Namaste. Poses for tennis elbow. So we're going to focus on the elbow joints. Regular mountain pose. Tadasana. Okay, so now start focusing on the shoulders. Straightening the arms. Fingers interlocked. Stretch up. Like to get on your toes, you may use the wall for support. Stretch your arms in the front. Maybe hold 30 seconds at each place, 30 seconds up, 30 seconds in the front, arms straight. It also might be a good idea to work on the shoulders by holding the elbows and pull shoulders up. Again, do 30 seconds. You'll start feeling that the laziness is going out of the muscles. Interlock fingers or thumbs. Lean left. Focus on the right shoulder. The side twist. Same on the other side. You may do this pose in Parigasana as well. Here, you can keep the foot toe pointing to the front or to the side. Just make sure that your right waist is going to stay on top of outer right knee. So not leaning from the thigh. Bend above the waist. There. Keep pushing the right hip and right shoulder back as you bend to left. And straighten the arms. The same on the other side. If you like, you could also use the wall. So face the wall. This will keep you straight. Okay, same on the other side. Then there is arm position. You can do this standing, sitting as you like. But several. The cow position. One end from back, coming from up. Wherever you are comfortable with. If you need to, use a belt, but make sure that you are gripping something. Just in the air wouldn't be a good idea. Hold fingers, hold belt. Keep your back straight. Push this arm back. This arm back, so focus on the shoulders. You may do the Namaste. Keep pushing the shoulders back, elbows back. So chest is being pushed forward. And you may hold just the elbows like this. Again, push the shoulders as far back as possible. So these are all the arm positions. Let's see. There are few fist clenching and rotating, so you either make the fist, release, firm up, focus on the arm, the elbow joint, the shoulders, firm up, loosen up. You may do upward and downward bend, and you may do rotation either with fingertip joining or fist. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. So basically you're trying to move the muscles in the whole arm. Let's do a few standing poses. The triangle pose, of course. All the poses that will keep your arms straight and stretched. Right? The triangle. We do the Parshva Konasana. I'll show the Parshva Konasana on the other side. And again, make sure you're doing the same pose on both left and right side. Konasana. You may also also do Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Stretch the arms in opposite direction. Then there is a twist, Utkatasana, the thunder pose. Keep your feet hip wide, interlock fingers, stretch arms up, lift sternum, bend knees as if you're sitting on an imaginary chair. Pull stomach in and twist. This is going to work on the shoulders. Right elbow on left knee, focus on the upper back, and switch. Now, that's Utkatasana, the thunder pose. Then there is Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So, the table pose, bend the knees, lift them up, slowly straighten the knees. Stay as long as you're comfortable. Keep pulling everything upward. As you press the palms, pull your forearms, your elbows, shoulders towards the hips. And the same, as you push your heels, pull the back of the legs, the kneecaps, the thighs, quads, everything towards the hips. Okay? I also like to keep my head a little bit above the arms. Makes me feel a little bit more in control. Whereas here, I start hanging. So see what's comfortable to you, what allows you to work on the shoulders comfortably. You may also use the chair for Adho Mukha Svanasana. You can support it here. Then there is Varichayasana. We'll do a few sitting poses. The twists for the upper back. Leg straight, left foot under right hip, right foot on the left side of left knee. You may also keep this leg straight and just do this. Basically the idea is, say, let's say to the right side, you want the right knee bent. Keep some space at the back. Bring your left elbow around and twist. So right hand is at the back. You want to bring your shoulders perpendicular to hips. And then do the same on the other side. See, I'll show it. Knees, knee bent. There. I'm using the leverage of my shoulder, palm, and the back arm. You may also keep this on the wall if you want. The wall actually helps you stay close, keep your armpit close to the knee. That's important. If you're too far, it makes it a little bit awkward for the next phases of this pose. So, pushing into the wall will allow you to keep your body close to the knee. So that's Marichayasana, the twist. There's Balasana, the child pose, where you can rotate your palms. So stretch your arms as far as you can. Forehead rested. If you need to rest it on a block, if your neck is uncomfortable, rest the forehead on the block. Spread your fingers, palms open, and then rotate. Bring them in, rotate. It's child pose, Balasana, sitting in normal, our regular staff pose. Okay, so this is elbows relaxed, spine is straight, but it's not fully stretched. Right? So if I focus on the sternum, lift it up, and rotate my arms outward. You see, rotate my arms outward. I'm gently touching the floor, not necessarily putting a whole lot of weight on it. There is some weight, but mostly rotating the arms. keep the toes pointed up toward the ceiling. That's the staff pose. Okay. Then we can do Janu Shirshasana. It might actually be a good idea to use a belt if you are unable to reach your toe. So right knee bent, hold the toe with belt or with arms and stretch your spine. So what you're doing is you're keeping your spine straight while stretching the arms. So that's Janu Shirshasana. Again, stay focused on the elbows, shoulders, upper back. Then there are supported forward bends that might be soothing, relieving. Might be a good idea to do those with the chair. So any pose where you're able to get some grip. Stretch your arms. Try not to round spine too much. Remember, in forward bends, you want to bend from the hips, not from the spine. So any forward bend where you can get some support would be good. Let's do a couple of back bends. There is Ustrasana, the camel pose, and we generally do that against the wall, so your thighs will be touching the wall. Start with your toes on the floor, like this. Press your thighs and your navel into the wall. Start with your arms at the back and gently, so focus on the middle back first. Don't take away your navel off the wall. Keep pushing the wall as hard as you can. To give you an idea of what muscles to engage, how would you try and stand up? How would you try and stand up there? By pushing the toes into the floor, what muscles would you engage to try and stand up, right? What muscles are you engaging when you're trying to stand up? Focus on the same muscles and press as if you are trying to stand up, but instead of going up, you're going backwards. So push the wall, push the floor. Wall with your stomach, abdomen, floor with your toes. Bring your arms, palms on the heels. Might be a good idea to hold them from inside. You see my thumbs are outside, and then this is shoulders forward. This is shoulders backward. And I'm pushing both the arms sideways. Both arms sideways in opposite direction. That expands my shoulders, chest. And you will feel a stretch right here. And many other areas, of course. Once you feel comfortable, you may straighten your feet. Maintain the shoulder widening, the chest opening, stretch. Neck, you may look straight out or back if you're comfortable. Again, maintain firmness in here. Don't sink from the lower back. Engage muscles. The poses where you are working on the lower back, it's important to engage muscles and keep middle back engaged as well. Then there is Cobra pose that you can do either with your arms stretched out, gently lift up. So this is quite different from the classic Cobra where we keep palms behind the shoulders, fingertips behind the shoulder. In this we are keeping the palms way ahead. So either you do this, and a good idea to keep fingers spread apart, it will give you more surface area, or lie in front of the wall. Climb up on the wall and lift yourself up. Find a good distance, so not too high, not too low. Again, we want to work on the middle upper back, not the lower back. So don't lift yourself too high. Right? Then you will start bending the middle back, lower back. Focus on the wrists, elbows, shoulders. Okay, and then finally, the Setubal Sarvangasana, that could be your relaxing, winding up pose. I would suggest you try with the chair. I'll also show it against the wall. But with the chair is a lot easier. And it'll give you some support, some grip. So hold the legs of the chair. Walk towards the chair. See if you can rest your waist at the edge of the chair. And that's why I keep a rug. Okay, now I'm holding the back legs of the chair. My shoulders are still on the floor. So you want to poke out the ribs, push the ribs out. So not this, not sinking. So I'm pulling the chair, pushing the seat into my waist, arching the back, heels above hips. Okay. Now, if you wanted to do the same, so if you had something that is a bit lower than the chair, it might be good, depending upon your height, of course. The same thing if you wanted to do with the wall, you would need to lift some weight on your arms, but you might like this. So just like we go into the legs of the wall, climb in, find a good distance, keep your palms under your waist. See, now I need to come back a little bit, there. So you push your hips down, so this is straight spine, push your hips down, elbows, push your hips down, ribs up. Keep your legs as firm as you can. Toes up, heels up. That's Setubal Sarvangasana. So, these are the poses that I found useful for elbows. Thank you.